Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a grip since your boy has posted. It's been like over 2 weeks, but we're back. And before we get into today's video, hit that like button, man. If you don't hit that like button, you're probably gonna stub your toe today. So hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. You. But, so today's video, we're gonna be talking about, is the 4.0 slow? Now, this is gonna be a good video. Now, this is coming from a guy with the stock Mustang, but enough talking here. Also, make it till the end of the video. I'm gonna be talking about why I was gone for 2 weeks. Got some important news, things that'll actually change the channel quite a bit. So make it till the end, but let's get into today's topic. All right, guys, so we're gonna do 3 different segments here. We're gonna do 1, my opinion, 2, things that hold this car back, and 3, the things that you can do to make it faster. So first of all, I gotta apologize. I haven't done a video in 2 weeks, and I have not washed it in 2 weeks. So this car is disgusting, just like its owner. But as you guys can tell, look at the scenery, man. It is gorgeous, it is fall, but let's start with my opinion. Number 1 is the 4.0 slow. I would say no. In my opinion, slow is a car that you have to literally floor it and you struggle to keep up with everyday traffic and regular driving conditions. Now, is this thing a blistering bullet? No. I mean, it's 210 horsepower, 240 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. And to me, the torque on this car is actually very sufficient. Most cars nowadays, even the everyday drivers, do not even have 240 foot-pounds of torque because torque is what you feel. Horsepower is more for that top end. So this car is really, really good. It's not sluggish below 3,000 RPMs. Once you get above that, it's kind of lackluster. But this car is plenty. Ooh, that's the thumbnail right there, baby. That looks fire. But no, this car, I would argue, is not slow. Now, it is not fast either by any stretch of the imagination. And I would argue from 0 to 60, it's quick enough to have fun, but no, I would not race in this car. So that kind of leads me into the second segment here of what holds this car back. So number 1 is the fact that it's missing 2 cylinders. No, I'm just playing. But really, I think kind of the biggest holdback on these cars is the rear end. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a good enough angle here because I have you guys on a gimbal. Let's see if we can tilt her up. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna do a good enough job, but this car, it has a 7.5 rear end, which means that this thing does 1 wheel peels. All the power goes to the back passenger wheel. So that kind of stinks, right? Because 1, you're not gonna be able to really do a burnout and get both the wheels sticky or the tires sticky, and it's somewhat fragile. So that to me is one of the biggest holdups on these cars. That and the fact that this is pretty much a truck motor. So someone in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that this engine originated in either the Ford Ranger or the Ford Explorer. So it was really never designed for performance purposes, but that's why it has such a good low end torque, is because it was meant for almost like towing. So I think, in my opinion, it is a perfect daily driver. It is perfect if you want to throw some simple things at it. So let's talk about that, right? There's a couple things you can do right away to spice the thing up. Number 1, tune. Tune's huge. You can easily do that. That's cost effective. That's probably going to run you like 350 bucks. I would say before you tune it, obviously do a couple things. Simple things you could do. Cold air intake. I highly recommend doing gears in these cars. This car still has factory gearing, but I've seen videos with like 410s, especially in the automatic. Now, that is another thing I forgot to touch on. My opinion is coming from an automatic because my car is an automatic. The 5-speed definitely is more of a driver mod situation. It will be definitely quicker if you're able to shift because this transmission is very sluggish. I'm not the biggest fan of this 5R55. It lags so badly. If you guys are in like 4th or 5th gear and you stay up the throttle, no joke, you're gonna wait probably 1 to 2 seconds before the car downshifts, and it's just real clunky. It really kind of makes the car, I feel like, way less fun to drive compared to like the 5-speed. You'll be able to pick really whatever RPMs you want to be at any given time, whereas this car has to think way too much, and that really hinders its performance. But again, it is still plenty fun stoplight to stoplight. This is just my daily, and you don't need more for a daily. But back into modifications, definitely do the 8.8 rear end from a GT. That way you get both your wheels spinning, not doing a one wheel peel, because that kind of looks goofy, and you're laying the power down to both wheels instead of just one. Tune cold air intake gears, like I said, 410s or 373s if you're manual, and that's going to really open the car up quite a bit. Now, yes, you can do like the throttle bodies. I'm sure everyone that's seen my videos knows the other guy that talks about, you know, all these other mods that he's done, you know, making the kart shop and all this other stuff. But I don't know if this is the platform that I would go full bolt-ons. To me, this is the type of car that if you want to make it quick, go boost, man. I don't see too many people going with boost options. Now, there's really two main ones that I've seen. You could do, I believe it's called like the mod box, which is where you can bolt on, I think it's like a Thunderbird supercharger. And those cars, you're probably going to be in like the low 300 range, depending on tuning, fuel, all that fun stuff. I don't even know if people run these cars on E85. You'd probably need a pretty hefty fuel system to do that. But you could either go down that route. Otherwise, I believe it's for Vortec or ProCharger. I mean, they're very similar. Make kits for these, and there's just not many people out there. I'll be honest, guys, that's kind of what I'm contemplating. If I am going to keep this car and do any sort of power mods, it's going straight to boost. But you have to do a lot of supporting mods. The trans is going to be a little bit of a weak point. Will it hold up to that, you know, power? Maybe. But honestly, I'd be a little concerned. So I'd be looking at different options there. Obviously, fuel system, you have to get injectors, probably boost a pump, probably just different pumps, to be honest. I don't know what pumps are in these cars. And then the rear end would have to be addressed. They have to go to an 8.8. So, I mean, you're looking right there. If you're not able to do the work yourself, you're easily going to be in probably close to the 5-figure mark, which is a lot to swallow because these cars are so affordable. So it's like you're taking what is arguably, I would say my car is probably a $7,000 car as it sits, and then dumping almost 10 grand into it. That's tough. But you would have a reliable car. You would have something that is not done frequently. Not too many people do these 4.0s, and I think there's a reason why a lot of people don't, but I also think a lot of people, there's untapped potential here. I know there's a few guys that are, you know, subscribed to this channel that have gone, and one guy's Tom. He's done like heads. He's built his motor. I don't know the power he's making. I haven't talked to him about that, but these cars can be fairly quick. I would love to get a ride in his car and kind of see what the untapped potential is, because I've never really been in a modded 4.0. So my opinion, you know, maybe I'm totally wrong, but from everything I've researched online, because I looked extensively online before buying this car, because this was my first performance car, and I wanted to know what it could do. So yeah, there we go. Let's hop inside the car, talk a little bit more. All right, guys. So for all the auto homies, I'm going to show you two little tricks you could do that make the car feel a little bit more peppy. Number one, turn off traction control. Now, this could just be me, but I swear when I turn that off, the car seems a tiny bit quicker. I don't know if it's just because the computer's not thinking about traction. It probably makes no difference, but to me, it felt like it did. So turn off traction control. That way you don't have to worry about the car cutting power if you start to spin the one wheel. Number two, this one's huge. If you guys saw my little tips and tricks video, this little button right here. You guys see this? Right there. Click that. I'm going to click it right here. Look at the dash. Ready? OD off. That means overdrive is now off. So this car is a 5-speed. When you click that button, now you're only going to a 4-speed. So that means when you're at cruising speed, so we'll say like anywhere between 45 to 65, your RPMs are going to be about 1,000 RPMs higher. So this means that you're going to definitely be more in the power band. So instead of waiting for the car to downshift, you give it a little bit of gas and this car is going to be rolling out quite a bit faster. Now, is it make the car really any faster? Are you adding power? No, but it feels so much better. So highly recommend doing that as long as you don't care about gas mileage. Let's discuss where have I been, what's going on, because there are some pretty major changes coming to the channel. So number one, where have I been? Honestly, guys, I was going through kind of like a creative block. I could not come up with stuff. It's really hard to come up with 5 videos a week, man, especially when the Cobra's not here. It's at my parents' house. And then the 4.0 is kind of a car that I don't know if I really want to do too much to it. Just because it's my daily, I want to start a new build, but we're also going into winter, so it's like I don't want to buy a car that's just going to sit all winter because I'm not going to drive the next car in snow. So it's really been tough, man. I've been going back and forth, and I kind of just decided, you know what, I need to take a few weeks off, just kind of get a mental refresh, restart. And so your boy's fired up to get into new videos. Now that brings me into the next point. As I just touched on, the 5 videos a week is really difficult. It's not super feasible, especially in the winter time. Now, what I'm gonna start implementing is just kind of, I'm gonna gauge your guys' interest, because if you guys don't wanna see my videos, like, if you don't wanna watch 5 videos a week, I don't wanna put out 5 videos a week, right? So what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm gonna put a like goal on the videos. So if you guys saw my community post, which quite a few of you did, if a video hits X amount of views or likes, so let's say this video, if you guys wanna see the next video, 25 likes. And if we hit that goal, then the following day I'm gonna put out a video. And so that way I can gauge interest and see what you guys enjoy. And that way I'm not flooding your feed with a ton of stuff, because I wanna take the production quality up. I'm thinking about breaking out one of my cameras, probably my A7R III, and start doing just higher quality content. But then at the same time, I don't know if you guys are gonna see a huge difference. I use my phone for everything, besides the drone footage, but I do have lots of camera equipment. So I might start trying to up the quality a little bit. But at the same time, I love being able just to film this on my phone and then just edit it on my phone and post it. But that's where I've been, guys. I've just been thinking. I'm still looking for builds. I know that has just been, I've been that topic to death, but it's just hard. I'm looking for a very specific spec, and with winter here, prices should drop, fingers crossed, on these cars a little bit more, because the market's still a little hot. So when I find the right deal, your boy's gonna pull the trigger. Things are going really, really well. Everything else is going good. Job's going good. Channel's popping, man. Holy cow. I can't even, I forgot to touch on that. But we are now well over 1,400 subs. While I was gone for 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, we gained 50 subs. So that is super cool to see, kind of like my video still doing good, even though your boy's not posting as often. So that was really neat to wake up and every day see more subscribers joining the fam here. So that, appreciate that. We got a lot of new faces here, so I hope you guys are enjoying this video. This one's running a little bit longer than normal, but I feel I owe it to you guys. You're taking your time to watch these videos, so I want you to know what's going on, because you guys are the reason I'm doing this. So I'm blabbering, but let's hit 25 likes, baby. 25 likes, your boy's gonna post another video. I do have some Cobra content backlogged that I'm gonna be posting, but I wanna do some stuff with this 4.0. I got probably about 7-8 videos that I can do that I have lined up, and I got a sweet video that I'm gonna be filming in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be going up 3 hours north of Wisconsin, and oh baby, that video is gonna go viral, trust me. But I'm going on and on and on and on. You guys know the drill. I keep going. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button again. Hit 25 likes, man, and then we're gonna do another video, and I will catch y'all in the next upload. Peace out, guys. Love ya.